Hey guys, welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing this makeup look right here. It's really sexy and sultry and like so pretty though because it's like purple. I'm using the new Carli Bybel Deluxe Edition palette with BH Cosmetics. And I haven't really used much BH Cosmetics products before this video, so I'm really impressed. I do have her old palette as well. Shout out to my girl Karina who gave me a backup. Not a backup, gave me one of her 4 backups. But I really like that palette, but I'm going to love this one even more. The shadows in here are so creamy and pigmented and buttery, and these highlights are to die for. They are such a beautiful like foiled texture. They're absolutely stunning, and this is the look that I came up with. I know a lot of people have been getting their hands on this, so that's why I wanted to create a look using it. I used pretty much just like the second row in the palette where it's more of like the mauve-y purple tones, and of course you guys know I'm probably going to put out a video using the golden neutral tones as well, but I just wanted to create this look for you guys. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe on your way out, and if you guys want to see how to get this look, then let's go ahead and get started. Hey guys, so I'm going to go ahead and do the eyes first. I like doing the eyes first, and because I want to work with darker colors, I just prefer to do the eyes first. I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in. I'm going to try and zoom you guys in like as best as I can so you guys can see like really what I'm doing. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm pretty much just going to be using like this middle row of colors. I swatched this, and when I swatched these shades, they were absolutely amazing, and especially like the middle row, like it definitely stood out to me, and I definitely wanted to create a look with it. So I'm going to go ahead and create a look with it today. And so I'm going to go ahead and start off with this color right here, and I'm going to throw that in my crease as my transition shade. I already have my brows on and my eyelids primed with some concealer. I use the NYX HD Concealer, and this is in the shade Porcelain. And then I just set that with a bone colored shadow. I'm going to go ahead and pick up this fluffy brush right here. It's actually from BH Cosmetics. It's a V5 brush, so it's really nice. Reminds me of the Morphe brushes. And I'm just going to go ahead and start blending this into my crease. I have played around with this palette, and I really like it. I haven't played around with these specific shades though. I mostly played around with like the more neutral shades, but I definitely love the formula of these. So I'm just pretty much throwing this all in my crease area. I'm going to go ahead and just pick up a bone colored shadow. I'm actually just going to use this one from the palette. It's that third row. It's the first shade. It's this one right here. And I'm going to pick up a Morphe E23 brush. It looks pretty much just like the BH one, but I think I just have to play with it more. And I'm just going to pick up that product and blend this out so the transition color blends seamlessly up to the brow bone and we have no harsh lines. And I'm even going to go back in. I'm going to pick up a different brush now. I'm going to pick up a Morphe M433 brush. Kind of looks like a 217 by MAC. I'm going to pick up that first color that we used again and just blend that into the crease. Next, I'm going to pick up that middle shade in the middle row right here. Same brush, Morphe M433. I'm going to pick some product up on it, tap off the excess, and put this a little bit lower in my crease. And it's okay if some gets on the lid. And I'm going to mostly blend the product on that outer corner area, but blend the excess in towards the inner part. And pretty much focus this on that outer corner area. I'm not flicking out the outer corner shadow. I'm kind of just keeping it like this. I want it to be a little bit more rounded. Go back in with that E23 by Morphe and that buttery like cream shade. And just go ahead and blend it out even more. After every time I add a new color, I'm going to go back in with that bone colored shadow. So make sure if you're using a different shadow that it's right by you, so you can just dip right back in it and further blend it out. I'm going to pick up the last shade right here, and then I'm going to go in with this one. I'm going to pick up this dark purple right here in that second row, and I'm going to pick up this Morphe brush. This is actually a Morphe brush from one of their like brush collections. It comes in like a travel size vault, so they don't have numbers on them, but it's really pretty. I hope you guys can like see it. It's focused on my forehead. It's like almost got a tapered end to it. It's really nice. And I'm going to pick up that purple shade, and I'm just going to press it right on that outer corner really pack it in that outer corner area and then blend it into the crease. And because it has that point, it's going to get right into the crease right where you want it. So I'm just even packing it also on the outer part of the lid as well and blending it in. And as you feel like you have less product on the brush, you can go ahead and move that darker color in. And then I'm just going to go back in with that Morphe M433 and just further blend it out. You can add that transition shade back on the brush, but I'm not going to right now. If I feel like I need it, then I will totally grab it. And one more time, I'm going back in with the Morphe E23, the creamy shade, and then just blending up towards the brow bone. I'm going back in with that middle shade from the palette right here, and I'm just going to go right over top of where we added the darker shade just to help blending purposes. And then I'm going to go back in with that dark purple shade. It's all about adding product and blending it out until you get it as intense as you like it. I'm actually just going to pick up a really tiny brush, not a really tiny brush, but I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Morphe M506 brush. It looks like this. I'm going to actually grab the brown from the third row of the palette. It's the last shade in the third row. And I'm just going to push this like right over here. I don't want it to look like I have a black eye, so that's why I'm just adding a little bit of brown to that outer corner. If you wanted to make this look a halo eye, all you would do is just add these darker shades that we added in the outer corner and the inner corner as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and take a flat brush. I'm taking my No Name brush. And I'm going to dip into this color right here. And I'm really going to pack my brush with it on. These are pretty intense, but I am actually going to spray my brush right after the first application, because I just want it to look a little bit more foiled. So I'm just going to get the first application on my lid. So that's what it looks like with no Fix Plus or anything on it, or even glitter glue. I can add glitter glue. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because I have the NYX glitter glue right next to me, I'm going to go ahead and add some on the back of my hand. I'm just going to go ahead and pick it up with the other side of that brush. I'm putting most of the glitter glue right over here, and as I get less product on my brush, I'm going to bring it over here so it just blends nicely. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Look at how gorgeous that looks. And how beautiful. I know that there's like a harsh line there, but it's okay. We're going to go in with the brush to blend it out. Look at how stunning that looks. That looks absolutely beautiful. I'm going to go back in with that M506 and just lightly diffuse those edges. And then I'm going to go over it with that purple shade. It just takes some time to go back and forth with it. Make sure everything blends seamlessly. So that's the eye. I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye off camera, and then we're going to go ahead and apply some falsies. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and apply some Big Shot. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some primers to my skin. I'm going to go in with the Cover FX Illuminating Primer. I don't know what it is with Cover FX and why their products smell so weird. Oh, I had concealer on my blemish. It's coming off because I never said it. And then I'm going to go ahead and spritz my face with my Smashbox Primer Water. My face is kind of dry, so for foundation today, I'm going to mix two shades from Maybelline. They are the Maybelline Better Skin Super Stay Skin Transforming Foundation. They come in the pump like this. I really love this foundation, but I just personally can't find one that matches me, just one on its own. I feel like 15 and 20 are a little bit more pink, and I'm a little bit more yellow to like neutral in undertone. So I'm mixing 10 Porcelain and 50 Natural Beige. So what I just do is I just take like a little bit more than a half a pump, but no more than a full pump, and then 2 pumps of the 10 Porcelain and mix it together on the back of my hand. And today I'm actually going to be applying some Maracuja drops to my cocktail on the back of my hand. I don't really like mixing oils in with my foundation, but I have been using this oil like in my skincare routine, and I must say I really like it. I'm not the biggest fan of the smell, but it's okay. I don't mix a lot in just because I don't want to look like a grease ball. But I'm just going to go ahead and apply with my L'Oreal sponge. You have to be really careful with this L'Oreal sponge because I went to go wash it the other day, like last week, right before like I was getting ready to go out, and I literally washed it like with my Beauty Blender solid, or I think it was like my Japanese sponge like solid cleanser. And I don't know, like when I look at this one, I look at the one that I washed, the other one that I washed is lighter, and I couldn't figure out for the life of me why last week and the week before my skin just looked red. I was blaming it on my facial, but it was this. I realized it when I was blending out my concealer that this was like bleeding into my foundation. I just looked red. I was livid. So I went to go buy a new one. So for concealer, I'm going to just use the same exact concealer that I used to prime my lids, which is the NYX HD Concealer, and this is in the shade Porcelain. I'm not going to bring it like all the way up to that outer corner because I don't want it to be a sharp line. For plan, we're just going to go ahead and use our sponge. Before I set that, I'm also going to cream contour, and I'm going to use my LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this is in the shade Cool Tan. I like putting it on the back of my hand like that, and then warming it up with my finger. I feel like it just helps apply better to the skin, helps it blend out. This does look a little bit warm, but I have a few other shades that I used to use. Like I used to use the shade Almond. The shade Almond is so warm on me, especially when I'm not tan, like right now. I've been cream contouring my nose and I love it, and I finally found like a way I can cream contour my nose shape. I do have like a wide nose. I'm just gonna go ahead. Okay, now I'm gonna try out that stipple brush again. I'm gonna see how this blends out. Not doing anything for me. Not a fan. To set my face, I'm going to use my RCMA No Color Powder, and I've been like setting it like differently. I'm just taking some out and pouring it in my cap. I'm going to look up and blend out any creasing. If you use the same beauty blender to blend out your concealer and your cream contour, make sure you like know which side you use to do both, because you don't want to blend out your concealer with the part that you cream contoured with, because then it's going to like darken up your concealer. Chin stippling brush, and I'm pushing the product into the skin and also like swiping it at the same time. To set that contour, I'm going to use my NYX Contour Kit right here, and I'm going to contour with my Real Techniques contour brush. And I'm going to mix this shade and this shade together, and I'm just going to further contour a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to grab this Maybelline Fit Me bronzer. Sigma Large Angles Contour, the F40. That needs to be clean. And then just like further add some bronziness to my skin. I'm going to add some blush. This is a Maybelline Fit Me blush, and this is in the shade 208 Medium Nude. It's so, so pretty. 640 brush, this brush right here. Apply it to like the apples of my cheeks and just blend it back into that bronzer. It's really, really light and subtle, but it is going to add some color to the cheeks. For highlight, I'm grabbing the Carli Bybel palette, and I think I'm going to mix these two together. Just because this one's a little bit more of a rose gold, so I'm going to mix like this like pinky-ish color right here. Just going to pop this on the tops of my cheekbones. Ooh, that was intense. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, it's like... Oh shit. I didn't realize it was like that kind of highlight. Oh, I don't want that. I'm going to try and take away with my damp sponge. I'm just going to use the white, I guess. So if you're using these highlighting shades definitely go in with highlight first, then blush and bronzer. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna mix just like the slightest bit of Everglow by Nikki Tutorials. I'm gonna mix these two shades together. Even though this is white, it's not like that holographic, like white pinkish on my face. So now that that's done, I'm just going to go ahead and set my face. And I'm using the PIXI Hydrating Milky Mist. I really like this. So I'm actually just going to apply some glue to my lashes. I'm using the Flutter Lashes Slayla. And I know that these aren't available like anywhere. I can't find them anywhere. They discontinued them a while ago on Flutter, but now like recently Morphe just took them off their website. I'm so upset. Anyway, I'm going to zoom you guys back in so we can do the lower lash line. Okay, so we're going to do the lower lash line. I am going to pick up the dark purple shade and mix a little bit of brown in it, and we're going to push it up against the lower lash line. This shade now that's in the center of the palette, and I'm going to use this to buff out that line. Taking a little bit more dark purple and brown on the same brush, and I'm going to make sure I intensify this outer corner area. I want it to be darker. I'm going to take a black that's next to me. I'm going to take my Milk Cosmetics Dark Matter stack, and I'm grabbing the shade Dark Matter. It's just a black shade. I'm picking up that BH Cosmetics brush again. Picking up a little bit of it because I don't want this to be like super intense, but I do want it to be dark. For the inner corner, I'm going to use that same highlight mixture that we used on the face. So I'm going to mix the white and the purple. And we're just going to pop that in the inner corners of... I want just a little bit more of a pop, so I'm going in with the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liner, and this is in the shade Glam Rock. And I'm just going to take like the slightest bit of it. That is what the eyes look like. They look so good. Oh my god, this palette is so pretty. I'm obsessed right now. Like, for lips, I'm going in with the Kylie Cosmetics Cocoa K. Oh, I thought it was Candy K. Okay, I'm going in with Cocoa K, I guess. Cocoa K Liquid Lip. I'm going to go over top of it with the Bare Minerals Lip Gloss. This is the Genuine Gloss, and this is in the shade Totally. This is really heavy on my lips right now, but I really like the color, so I'm going to take one for the team. I'm just going to spritz myself one more time with my PIXI. Okay guys, so this is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up on your way out, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!